Hey guys, today we're talking about properties of exponents, and you should have already copied the notes down that were in the previous assignment that I put up there for you. They're super important, so make sure you copy them into your math journal. And I'm just going to start with some examples from page 84. So number 1 and 2, it tells me what x and y equal in the directions. And then I just plug in those numbers for x and y and solve according to the exponents. All right, so number 1, if I plug in y, I'm going to have -2 squared. When you're plugging something in for a variable, you want to use the parentheses. It's very important when you have exponents. So if I square -2, that's like -2 times -2. It's going to equal a +4, and that's going to be my answer. All right, so let's plug in 5 for the next one. So I get 5 to the 4th power. And so then I'm going to use my calculator, and I'm going to do 5 to the 4th power, which equals 625. All right, so all you're doing is plugging it in and then solving. Okay, so the next section is multiplying bases. So when I'm multiplying numbers that have the same base and they have exponents, I have to add the exponents. So when you multiply, you add. So I'm going to keep the base the same. I'm going to write C down, and then I'm just adding the exponents. 4 plus 7 is 11, and that's it. So on the next one, again, write your base down, and then I'm adding the exponents. But don't forget, when you have no exponent, it's like an invisible 1 sitting there. So 9 plus 1 would be 10. Okay, so the next section is when you have an exponent on top of other exponents. So when it's outside of the parentheses, what you're going to do is multiply it onto everything inside the parentheses. So for my first example, I just have one variable inside the parentheses, d to the 5th, and then squared. So I'm going to multiply these two exponents, write the base, and then 5 times 2 is 10. For the next one, don't forget that you've got to multiply it by everything that's inside the parentheses. So I get g to the 3rd and h to the 6th. Okay, next we have dividing exponents. When you divide exponents, you subtract them as long as they have the same base. So I have the same base on number 9, so I'm going to bring the base down and then subtract the exponents. 7 minus 3 is 4. Now on this one, it's kind of like what we did in the last section. You're going to put that 3 on top of everything that's inside your parentheses. So I'm going to get c to the 3rd on top and 3 to the 3rd on the bottom. Now I can work out that bottom number. C to the 3rd power is going to stay the same. And then 3 to the 3rd power is like 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. Or you could use your calculator to solve that. Okay. All right, let's do one more. Okay, last one. So in this case, I want to work out what's inside my parentheses first, following order of operations, and then I'll do my exponents second. So I see that I'm dividing in the parentheses. So dividing exponents with the same base means I subtract the exponents. So I'm going to write the base. 6 minus 4 is 2. And then I'm going to put that exponent back on because I haven't used it yet. Now remember the rule, when you have an exponent on an exponent, you multiply. So 2 times 3 is 6. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. See you next time.